everyone, welcome to Beyond the Studio Pilates. My name's Hannah and today I want to take you through a resistance band workout for your entire body. So this is a purely standing workout, but you're going to need a resistance band to really get the full benefit of these exercises. I hope you really enjoy this workout. So we're coming to standing, making sure that your feet are underneath you, core's engaged, pelvic floor on, shoulder blades are sliding down your back, and then you have a choice. You are going to do a bicep curl. You're either going to use your band by putting it underneath your foot, or you can have your cans and use your cans instead, whichever is working for you and whichever one you feel more comfortable using. Making sure your knees stay soft if you're using the band, making sure you've got some resistance there, and we're just bringing one arm in and then slowly resisting it on the way down. So if you're using a can, I want you to imagine that on the way down your can is heavier than on the way up. So you're bringing it up and then you're slowly lowering that really heavy can back down. So kind of quicker up, slower down. Quicker up, slower down. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. And we're going to do 4 more on each side. If you're doing both arms at the same time, you can do 2 more on each side. If you're doing one arm at a time, we're doing another 2 on each side. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engage. 1 more on each side. Then from here, you're going to let go of the inside bit of band, move it through your foot so you've got a bit of a longer bit of band, and bring that band up around your head. If you've got a can, you're just holding onto the can. Core engaged, think about that rib to hip connection, and then you're just taking your wrist to the ceiling. So this is working into that tricep. Keep that core on. And we're halfway there. Final 3, 2, 1. And if you're using a can, swap hands. If you're using the band, swap hands and feet. So the band is under the hands that you're, of the arm that you're exercising. Core engage, rib to hip connection, and then stretching to the ceiling again. Halfway there. Another 5 to go. Oh, that's a good old click. 3, 2, and final 1. And then bringing that arm back down, giving those shoulders a little wiggle. And we're going to do a leg exercise. So you're going to place your cans on the floor if you've got cans, and you're going to, if you've got a band, either step into it if it's a loop band or if it's a long band. You're bringing your feet together. Band is coming, so it's about a hand's width away from your knee, and then you're going to tie the band in a bow. So make sure you're tying it in a bow and not a knot, or you'll never get out of it. Then from here, you're going to take your feet back out so your hip distance or slightly wider apart, and we're going to do a squat. And as you squat, I want you to think about pushing your legs into the band, so keeping the band at the kind of tension that it's at now and not letting your knees fall in. So this is all about knee and hip alignment, okay? So core engaged, bum goes backwards, chest comes forward. We're coming down into that chair, holding it there, making sure your knees are behind your toes. Weight is evenly distributed between your heel and toe, and then you're going to push yourself back to the ceiling. So slowly down, keeping the tension in that band, and then pushing yourself back up. I think belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on and strong. Stretching out through those arms and pushing yourself back up. Think belly button to spine, core engaged. Keep the tension in that band as you come up and down, so you're not letting those knees fall in. You're keeping the tension on the outside of that band. Final 3 like this. Final 2. Final 1. And then coming back up. And then we're going to go into our next set. So core engaged this time. Bum goes backwards, chest comes forward slightly. Again, make sure your knees are behind your toes. And we're going to walk to the left. And then we're going to walk back to the middle. Walk to the right. And then walk back to the middle. So you can decide how hard you want to work. If you want to work harder, you can bring yourself lower down. If you want to work a little bit less hard, you can bring yourself further up. So just feeling that resistance of the band on the outside of your legs. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on. And you're walking a little bit like you're a crab. Keep your body weight forward slightly, so you're keeping your core forward or chest forward, pelvis backwards, so you're staying in that little squat position. I'm going to do 3 more to each side. Thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. It's really good for working into your legs, especially those abductors. Final 2 to each side. And final 1 to each side. I forgot which way I was going. And back to the middle and coming back up. And you can undo your band. Okay, so we're going to leave our legs alone. I'm going to go on to a upper body exercise. So those legs can have a little rest. So you're bringing your band up in front of you. Core engaged, weight is back in the middle, so feet are back underneath you. And then we're taking that band out to the side and then resisting it on the way back in. So again, if you don't have a band, you can use cans for this. So you're squeezing onto that can, taking it out, bringing it back in and releasing. Keep thinking belly button to spine. Core engaged. Pelvic floor on. Okay, we're going to do 3 more like this. And 2. And 1. And then bringing that band into the air. So again, you can do this with cans. Just have the cans in your hands. Make sure you've got hold of them, don't drop them on your head. Core engaged. You're going to bring your elbows out to the side and bring the band down behind your head. Then slowly bring it back to the top. So don't let the band kind of snap you back into place. You control the band. So you're coming down and then slowly back up. Keep thinking belly button to spine, pelvic floor on, core engaged, keeping everything else tight and controlled. Maybe 5 more like this. Thinking belly button to spine, core engaged, just pulling that band out. Again, if you want to make it harder, take in some more resistance. If you want to make it easier, you can let some resistance out. And final 1. Bringing that band back up and just letting go of that band for a little while. Bring your arms out in front, right arm over, pull it in with your left. So you're just stretching out through your arm, holding it there, just taking that stretch. And both arms come back out in front. Left arm comes over, pull that left arm in, take that stretch. And then bring that arm back down, and we're going back to legs. So this time, you're going to bring that band again around the top of your leg. This time you don't want to have it too as tight, so it needs to be tight enough so it doesn't fall down, but doesn't need to be as tight. So if you could do this one with your feet kind of hip distance apart, you don't need to bring your feet together. Again, do a bow and not a knot so that you're able to get out of it. Okay, so once you are tied in, core engaged, we're going to do a raise to the side. So you're going to take your weight into your left leg, and then from here you're just pushing that leg out to the side, bringing it back in, pushing it out to the side, bringing it back in. So you should really feel this in your glutes and in the side of your leg. If you need to hold on to something, make sure it's something solid, and only take your leg out as far as you can keep your balance. So if you feel like you're leaning your whole body in the opposite direction, just pare it back a little bit, come, and don't bring that leg quite so far. If you're taking your leg out really fast so that you can get that resistance on the band, make the band tighter and don't take your leg quite so wide. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. We've got 6 more to go on this side. If 6 is too many, just reduce the number, but make sure you're then doing the same on each leg. Thinking belly button to spine, growing towards the ceiling. We've got 2 more to go, you're doing really, really well. You should feel this in those glutes. Final one. And then bring yourself back into the middle. Weight goes to the right, core engaged. And then you're taking that left leg out and back, out and back. So try and hold it there just for a moment so you get a little bit of extra work into those glutes. Belly button to spine, core engaged, growing towards the ceiling. And final 4. 3, core engaged. 2, and final 1. And then coming back to the middle, and we've got 1 more set of squats to go. So core engaged, we're going to do the same thing again, so pushing out onto the outside of the band, but now your feet are slightly wider, so you're going to bring your feet so that they're just wider than hip distance apart. Core engaged, you're coming down into that chair, bum goes backwards, chest comes forward slightly, make sure your knees are behind your toes. You should really feel this now, kind of the push on the band. The band wants to bring your knees in, and I want you to focus on keeping your knees in line with your toes as you slowly bring yourself back to standing. So core engaged, keep that pressure on the band. Drop as low as you feel comfortable and then push yourself back to standing. Keep that pressure on the band. Don't let the band pull your knees in, so keep working into those legs. Drop as low as you feel you can and then pushing back up, thinking about pushing back up through your whole foot and not just through your heels. So make sure your toes are working too. Belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on. Final 4. Final 3. And final 2. And final 1. And then bringing your legs back in and untying that bow, hopefully. So then stretch out through that quad. If you need to, have something solid to hold on to. Going to pick up your foot, bring your knee in line with your other knee, and then you're just taking your knee slightly further back. You should feel that stretch through the front of your leg. Try not to lean forward, you'll take the stretch out. So think about staying nice and tall, holding it there for me. Holding there a little bit longer. And then bring that leg down, and we're going on to the other side. So again, if you need to, holding on to something solid, picking up that foot, core engaged, standing nice and tall, and then just slowly take your knee backwards so you can feel that stretch in your quad, holding it there. Holding there a little bit longer. And then bringing that leg back down, just giving those ankles. Thanks for joining my resistance band workout today. I hope you found it really beneficial. Check out my playlist for other videos you can do from wherever you are, whenever you like. Bye for now.